Get motivated now and change your life. Join me as I take on the challenge of transforming my life with a burst of motivation. Can I really change my habits in just 30 days? Motivation is the spark that sets the fire of change ablaze. It's the driving force that propels us from the mundane to the extraordinary, from mediocrity to excellence. Without it, we'd be stuck in a rut, going through the motions of life without any real sense of purpose or direction. But with it, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. We can break free from the shackles of doubt and fear and unleash our full potential on the world. One of the biggest obstacles to motivation is procrastination. We've all been there, putting off that one task that we know we need to do, but just can't seem to muster up the energy to start. Or maybe we're stuck in a pattern of negative self-talk, constantly doubting our abilities and second-guessing ourselves. Maybe we're paralyzed by fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of what others might think. Whatever the reason, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of inaction where motivation seems like a distant dream. Another common barrier to motivation is our own internal dialogue. We often talk ourselves out of pursuing our goals and dreams, telling ourselves that we're not good enough, or that it's too hard, or that we'll never succeed. This negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging, eroding our confidence and crushing our motivation. And then there's the fear of failure, the fear of taking a risk and not succeeding, of being embarrassed or rejected. This fear can be overwhelming, causing us to play it safe and stick with the status quo rather than taking bold action towards our goals. But what if we could break free from these barriers? What if we could overcome our fears and doubts and tap into a deep wellspring of motivation that would drive us to achieve our wildest dreams? What if we could silence that inner critic and replace it with a voice of encouragement and empowerment? The possibilities would be endless. So, how do we overcome these barriers to motivation? First, we need to set clear goals for ourselves. Goals that inspire us, goals that challenge us, and goals that push us to grow. We need to visualize ourselves achieving these goals, feeling the sense of pride and accomplishment that comes with overcoming obstacles and achieving success. We need to create an environment that motivates us, an environment that inspires us to take action and pursue our dreams. And we need to take consistent, persistent action towards our goals, celebrating our small wins and learning from our setbacks. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming motivation barriers is visualization. When we vividly imagine ourselves achieving our goals, our brains start to believe that it's possible, and our motivation levels skyrocket. We start to see ourselves as capable and competent rather than inadequate and unworthy. We start to feel a sense of excitement and anticipation rather than fear and doubt. And we start to take action, driven by a deep desire to turn our vision into reality. Another key strategy is to find an accountability partner or community. When we surround ourselves with people who support and encourage us, we're more likely to stay motivated and driven. We're more likely to push through challenges and overcome obstacles, knowing that we're not alone. And we're more likely to celebrate our successes and learn from our failures. growing and evolving as individuals. I'll never forget the day that I finally decided to take control of my health and fitness. For years, I'd been making excuses, telling myself that I was too busy, too tired, or too overwhelmed to make a change. But one day, I hit rock bottom. I was exhausted, demotivated, and feeling hopeless. But then, I made a decision. I decided to take action. I started small, making tiny changes to my diet and exercise routine. And then I started to visualize myself achieving my goals. I saw myself fit, strong, and confident. I saw myself feeling energized and empowered. And I started to take consistent action, driven by a deep desire to transform my life. As I look back on that journey, I realized that it was the pivotal moment of change. It was the moment when I finally took responsibility for my life, when I finally decided to stop making excuses and start making progress. It was the moment when I tapped into a deep wellspring of motivation and let it drive me towards my goals. And it's a moment that I'll always be grateful for because it changed my life in ways I never thought possible. So let's recap. Motivation is the spark that sets the fire of change ablaze. It's the driving force that propels us from the mundane to the extraordinary. But it's not always easy. We need to overcome our fears and doubts, our procrastination, and negative self-talk. We need to set clear goals, visualize ourselves achieving them, and create an environment that motivates us. And we need to take consistent, persistent action, driven by a deep desire to transform our lives. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear about your own motivation journey in the comments below. What's the one thing that's holding you back from achieving your goals? And what's the one thing that you're going to do today to overcome that obstacle and take action towards your dreams?